Lucy, obviously now 4 straight wins for you guys. How big was this one for you, especially against a rival like the Lightning?
Yeah, it was a big one. Every 2 points counts, and especially against them, it's a big one.
Penalty kill is usually a stressful time, but for you guys, 2 goals tonight. Just what was it like, kind of watching that bang play for his career, then yourself to take the lead there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a great job. Everybody was alert and ready to go, and getting 2 goals there too. That was a big momentum for us.
And just take us through your goal, obviously forcing the turnover, then just a straight line to Vasi there.
Yeah, I just tried to make a read, and this time I got a puck and just went for a quick shot and got him a little off guard.
Defensively, I mean, you only give it 4 goals now in the last 3 games. What have you guys liked in that area during this stretch?
Yeah, I think that's our game. Like, we don't want to give up too many goals, and just try to keep that going.
You won a Stanley Cup with an elite penalty kill and now 10 shorthanded goals this season. How great is to see that multiple people are contributing to that part of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of our game, and you need every single part of the game working to win games and win cups. So that's a big part.
Lightning were pressing really early there. How big was Nieder, especially a couple of the big saves he made in the first
Yeah,
period?
I mean, he was great today. Both our goalies been awesome whole year, and just the way they get out those big saves when we most need them.
Thanks. This is the game from the vantage point that you do. What impressed you most with how your team got this win against the Lightning?
Yeah, I think it's a tough challenge because they're such a good team. A lot of speed and a lot of offensive skill. And, I mean, all the X's and O's, I don't really also know them. I kind of just do what I'm supposed to or try to. And I think what I saw, though, was just that whether, they scored or took a penalty, guys just stuck with it and just took what we can get and really committed to just playing hard. I mean, you see the guys like Reino. I mean, guy scores like 1 million goals, but I think I've seen like 5 games this year, like eat a puck. Like, I mean, when you have guys that are your best players doing that, that speaks a lot. So.
For you, like, how does that translate when you see players like that making those sacrifices on the ice?
I think it just makes you want to play hard for them. I think I don't know, like Reino, like I said, scores a ton of goals, and he's a tremendous talent. Like, he doesn't have to do that, but he chooses to. And I think that speaks a lot to what we have collectively in the room, is that we're willing to sacrifice individual stats or, individual performance, or maybe, your right leg hurting to, try to get the win. And I think, that's not something you just turn on come April or May. That's something that you build throughout the year, starting in, beginning of the season.
On the penalty kill, you're usually getting ready to face some shots. What was it like watching 2 goals the other way?
Yeah, I mean, the guys defended well in those situations, and like Lusty, Greerzy, Nosey, all those guys just worked really hard, and they get rewarded. So it's good to see.
You had a big save on point in the first period. How does that kind of set you up for success the rest of the game when you have such a big save early on in the game?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, you make a good save, and like you saw it in the third period, like. Those guys are going to get some sometimes too. They're tremendous players, and you really can't be you can't ever get comfortable in the game, regardless of how much you're up by or what time it's at, just because how many offensive talents they got.
Obviously, some of your earliest NHL memories are against the Lightning in the playoffs. I know, in addition to just being rivals, do these games mean a little bit more for you, just given where you started?
Yeah, I think it's always fun playing them. Like I said, just because they're so talented, and it's like a really good challenge, and I think that's what makes us better. But I like playing them just because they're, like I said, like get some of the best players in the world in that locker room. One of the best goalies in the world too. Like, and it's fun to go out there and just go up against them.
Scoring shorthanded goals, but what can you say of the job of AJ Greer and Eetu Luostarinen in those back-to-back shorties?
Yeah, obviously a big time in the game. It was all good defense that led to offense, and a couple of good plays at the line to lead to some breaks, and obviously some good execution there.
What does a win like this say about this group, especially given the rivalry between the 2 teams?
I mean, every time we play, it seems like it's a game like that. It's close, goes right down to the wire. The more opportunities in those types of games you can have, the better off you're going to be down the road. So, being able to come out on the right side of those games is big for the confidence.
You guys are undefeated when leading after 2 periods this season. Just obviously you developed that over a couple of years, but just what can you say about this team's kind of shutdown mentality in third periods?
Yeah, I mean, it was one break early. They're going to have opportunities like that, and they're a lot of the time going to capitalize like that. So I thought after that, we were able to reset, get back to our game, and hold on for the win.
Last couple games, only giving up 4 goals over the last 3. Just defensively, what do you like during this stretch?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's committed. I think when you get down to the game late and, guys have had heavy minutes and you can get off the ice knowing the next guy's going to go do that job. And that's what it was kind of like for our third period there.
You won a Stanley Cup with an elite penalty kill, and now with multiple pieces leaving and then others coming in, how great is to see that it's distributed around the lineup, including 2 guys?
You need that. Especially when you take 2 close together like that. It saves some of us for some other opportunities, throughout the game. But to have that depth, to have guys to be able to step in there and execute the same, systems and do the job is big, especially in tight games like this.
Rasmus coming up from Charlotte to fill in for you guys. What do you say about the job he did, just stepping up?
I mean, I've seen his game for years, back to the Buffalo games. You know what you're going to get from him. That's a tremendous work ethic, and he knows what he brings, and he's confident in that. And for him to step in a game like this and execute the things he does out there is important for an organization to have, and important for him to be able to do that.
Big back-to-back shorthanded goals there from A.J. Greer and Eetu Luostarinen. What impressed you most?
Well, the aggressiveness of our kill. I mean, if we'll go back, the 5-on-5 game probably should be pretty even against these 2 teams. They're both deep and they have great goaltending, and so it's hard to generate 5-on-5, and you don't expect your kill to be that dynamic, but it's been like that all year. Not necessarily a lucky night for us. I think that's their 10th shorthanded goal this year, and I don't think we cheat for it. I think it's not like we press for it. It's just good sticks and good reads and quickness to get that opportunity.
What can you say of Spencer Knight's performance? He made some
Really good. Really good early on, and then they're all good saves against that team. That's the highest scoring team in the league. But also a long stretch of nothing, which is the biggest challenge for a young goaltender. They're not used to that. So we gave up 3 shots in the third period and then a breakaway to start. There are 3 shots in the second and a breakaway to start the third. That's welcome to the way this game goes. So he was really good and solid.
Really haven't given up much these last 4 games. Just the defensive effort. What have you liked about it here recently?
Well, we're still working on our rush defense. We've played teams that have a theme of being very dynamic. We've gotten better in each game. We still gave up a little bit on the front end of this one that we don't care for, but we have gotten much better on our rush defense in each game that we've played, and stronger as it went.
What do you think of Rasmus giving you some really good shifts out
Oh,
there?
really happy with his game. Great quickness on the puck. He's got professional reads, so there's no learning curve for him. He's been in the league long enough. I'm very, very happy with the way that line played.
You obviously said this game might feel like the most like a playoff game this season.
Yeah.
With that, what do you expect tomorrow now to feel like going back?
Well, it was just going to be 6 periods of it, is the way we looked at it, and we wanted each one to build on. So we'll expect a pushback game from them for sure, and then for both teams light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, that's our 10th road game in our last 12 games, so it'll be good to get back home, even if it is back-to-back.
Not only did you score 2 shorthanded goals, but didn't allow a shot on either of those penalty kills. What does that say about your ability to suffocate the opposition?
Well, it's confidence, right? Your penalty kill gets a half step quicker. When you give up 2, their power play is going to get a half step slower, which usually doesn't matter because they're so dynamic on it. But 2 good teams. We've got a good defensive structure on those. They have an elite power play, and ours was a little better tonight, and it gets reset to 0s tomorrow.
And you spoke about how your team has a lot of confidence on the road. Does it feel like a reward now that you're having 5 straight games at home?
Yeah, and a good break that these men have earned for Christmas. We've got a great road record over the last few years, but I'd still rather play 82 at home than in front of our fans for sure.